gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Broncos and the Bucs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, it seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that... Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. They shakes him off. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And taken down just shy of the 40. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. If you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
A give running right is Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard.
Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Running left, it's Hall. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Lawrence. Pass complete to Moore. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. 7 yards from the first down as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to go down inside. They push him back to the 34. Cameron Dick around now to try the field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And a really good backhand. With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. Right? There's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Derek Brown. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Hooker. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vita Vea providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. shifts by him. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help.
For the Broncos score. Elijah Moore. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we've ever talked to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll stop it after a gain of a couple to the 33. 3rd and 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Hooker again on the keeper.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing. Hooker.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miller. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hooker from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Lawrence.
He's got the ball to Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they're able to get this one past across the 30 to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They go play action with Lawrence. Touchdown, Broncos. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw on second down, here's Hooker. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Hooker on first down.
And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Hooker throwing again on second down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chauncey Golston
Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Hooker's going to throw it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And caught up to him.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
Well, they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he has to continue to throw the ball.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point try now for Dicker.
And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They'll try and lay this out for Chosen.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Hooker. Oh, that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over first and 10. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Lawrence.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's got this down to the 35. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
Here's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Now it's second and 10.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll run with Hall. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And, you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And running with power here. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble and 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the Broncos coming out now. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
That is caught.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bucs' 9-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's third down, and 3 yards to go.
Again, it's Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And trouble trying the middle here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First down, Broncos.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Bucs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We begin by heading out west to SoFi Stadium, Cleveland in town, to take on the LA Chargers. And at the break, it is the Chargers who are out in front. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Gabe Davis, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown reception. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Second half starts with a run by Hall. A little juke, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. 3rd down and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. 1st down. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
1st down, Broncos.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Grace Hall.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith who had 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hooker. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Neutral has strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kick the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Lawrence will throw.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
46-yard line.
Here's Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing. Hooker. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Darren Stingley picks it down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception rows they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Hooker again on the keeper. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Now Hooker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The kick on the pass is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively. I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. They lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And check down, complete to Hall.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught for Bronco touchdown. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bucs ready to take over once again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throw caught by Raymond.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
We're week 18. This is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. On second down, Hooker.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 132 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hall again.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Goddard, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and ran off a pretty big play.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Option play, here's Hall.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 2. Here's Hooker. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay,
it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.